Okay. They have some good... well, Lucian has some very good initiative. Everyone's blessed now. Okay, but that's that for now. How much health do these lot have? Pretty good health. But I feel like a hailstorm, if I can get enough people into the circle, could do some massive damage. Oh, there's some reflecting damage happening. The sound is a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, block chance comes in. Does that also hit us? Well, let's see. That's a bunch of people very much hurt. Are all of us okay? We are okay. And since there was an execution in there, let's send an earthquake after that. I don't know why the sound is... oh my god, why the hell is the sound so loud in OBS? Is it better now? I don't know what's going on with the sound. I don't know if that's a bug or what's going on with that. Well, I mean, how many people are left? Not that many. We haven't tried the meteor shower yet. So we could do that to Gareth. Vredeman is also in there. Yeah, let's hit those with that.
I am Brachus Rex. I am the Source King. You shall not seal the veil, and I shall not be struck down.
Oh, so you were fighting again? I mean, yeah, you were chained, I suppose. Okay.
I call on the God King. Come, claim what is yours.
All right.
What? You are unleashed.
Vredeman cackles in delight at this turn of events. His unbridled glee slithers into and around your pockmarked bones.
You left the leashing wand next to me, you stupid maggot. So accustomed had you become to me pretending to be your slave.
Well.
Kill him.
Oh, if we side with them, does he just kind of manipulate the whole situation into a bad outcome? Is that how it goes wrong? I mean, that might be the case.
Do shut up, you tedious buffoon. And don't look so surprised. As if I would allow that bone-bag Dallis to enslave me. Me?
Confront Dallis. She thought mere magic could contain an evil this tremendous.
This is not the time for talk. Kill him now.
Too late, you mouldering, blight-stained pigs. Grant me power, my ally. God King, I call on you.
Oh, we are... well, we are Thane right now, so we have absolutely zero persuasion. Kill Brachus, if we think we can. Oh boy. Oh, what the fuck. Are we still fighting Dallis as well?
The God King hears my call. He sends a companion worthy of my power. Come to your father, my friend.
Oh no. It's you.
Source King.
Well. Oh, you have a lot of health, huh? Okay. Soulbound. Oh, Isbale. And who is that? That is the Sallow Man. And Linda Kem. Oh, great. And they have very good initiative. That's annoying. Oh, and your source infused as well? Hey, how far can you walk? Jesus Christ. Okay. Airborne Plague? Oh. Oof, that's rough. It's not good at all. Please tell me you're at least not fighting me anymore. Oh, you are. You are. Okay, great. So the Magistus is still useless. Okay. Dallis, you're also fighting me. Lucian is unconscious. Okay. Saloman is here. There's Linda Chem. I mean, I think I'm going to cast that on Thane, who is running out of some of the armor that he has. Because he doesn't have a shield. So I'll give him a bit of a bubble here. There we go, Circle of Protection for you. Let's see. I'll hit Linda Chem and the other enemy over there. I mean, he has a lot of armor. And one of them was a miss, unfortunately. I mean, we can also do this. Yeah, that's a decent amount. Oh, but you are real annoying. More plague from the Saloman. Hate that. Silencing Stare. You're doing a Void Glide somewhere else. Okay. Assume Dragon Form? Excuse me? Excuse me? Permanent? Great, great, fantastic, fantastic stuff there. Do I want to do the Thunderstorm on Dallis? I mean, I guess we're gonna have to get rid of her at some point. How much does that do? Does that only hit enemies in that area? Let me quickly check. Yes. Enemies. Okay.
Glory is mine.
Did that not do anything? Oh, is it just one lightning bolt per enemy? I thought it was like the ice storm thing. Okay. Well, the pyroclastic thing is inactive right now. We should make our way over to Brachus. And we should start chipping away at the guy, I think. But also this guy is really annoying. Oh, a lot of these guys are really annoying. I don't know how I feel about splitting our efforts, but can I hit both of them with this? I don't think I can get both of them in range. Or can I? No, no we can't. What, invalid target? What do you mean? Oh, I think this might hit both. Okay, that did a good amount. You are blinded, that's at least good. Okay, that's nice. Let's hit you with that. Does that slow you as well? Yes. Dimensional dive? What's going on here? Oh, you're coming out somewhere else. I see. Oh, well, that... Oh my god. That's a lot of fire now on screen at the same time. This should do a good amount of damage, though. Okay, Dallis is down. Linda Cam is nearly dead. What else do we do? That's movement speed. We could try to extinguish the fire to help us out, or maybe we can just, since a lot of our enemies are already on fire, they should be more susceptible to more fire damage. Well, I don't know how effective that was, but oh, hate that. Stop it. Okay, Brachus Rex is here again. Cursed Fireball, hate that. It's enough, okay, it's enough. Oh, you are... You've got to be kidding me. Okay, what do we do here? I don't think I can really reach the Kraken. That's unfortunate. Do I have any more good stuff here that I could do at range, maybe? I mean, I could... Are there any enemies directly nearby? Okay, Cam is nearly dead, but he has a lot of physical armor. What do we do here? Magic just isn't really my forte, is the problem, and my Fire Blast is currently inactive. I could probably maneuver myself that way, at least do some damage to you. Knockdown was blocked. There's no use for that yet. I guess I could go over there, into the source. And maybe start dealing with Brachus. Airborne Plague again. At least that's a miss. It's your turn again? Oh, Epidemic of Fire, that's bad news. Chain Lightning could be good. I really do want to get rid of the Kraken. That one seems really dangerous. Chain Lightning, Dazzling Bolt. What else do we have? Epidemic of Fire, we do have that as well. Let me quickly check the Kraken's resistances. You're weak to air right now. Is that so? Is that so? Well, that is nice at least. That is nice. Let's hit you with that then. There we go, that's a decent enough hit. We could also extinguish the fire around us. No, wait, it's cursed fire now. We can't do that, actually. What else do we have? What do we do here? I mean, who is left? It's Isbel, it's the Kraken, it's the Saloman, and it's Brachus Rex. I would assume if Brachus Rex goes down, that is good news for us. Because, I mean, he summoned the Saloman in the first place. So that might be a good thing to do right now. We can get out of the Cursed Fire. There we go. There's Isbel. Source Vampirism. Poison Dart. Ooh. Oh, that's way too much. Isbel teleported. Okay, now what do we do here? What is that? Sucker Punch? I forgot we had that. Can we be healed while we have this? Oh, can be cured by a couple of things actually. Steam Lance was one of them. Okay, Isbel. Oh, you have so much health. It's annoying. It's real annoying. These guys are hard to deal with. You know what? Let me quickly check something. If we go to magic, do we have some nice scrolls or something that we could use against the Kraken? Something electric? Electric discharge scroll? I mean, let's cast the skill and... target is too far. Fine. Let's go into the circle of protection. And let's try that again. Let's see. Okay, that was a good hit. Another one of those and the Kraken might just be down. Wait. No, it's still there. It was just stunned and that's why it couldn't act. That was it. Okay. Saloman, could you just leave me alone? That would be very nice, you know? What does Soulbound mean? Soulbound. Vitality, damage, physical armor, and magical armor increased by summoning ability of the master. I see, okay. I don't... You have opportunity attacks, don't you? Yes, you do. Okay. Does that do enough to knock you down? 400... That should do enough to knock you down. There we go. So at least your next turn is skipped. Void Glide. Oof. Oh my god, Losa. No, shit. What the f... Okay, what the hell happened here? Is the Kraken dead? It's just Brachus. Can we bring Losa back? Do we have a... Do we have that? Can only be cast outside of combat, yeah. Do we not have a scroll of that somewhere? Let me quickly check. Supernova, that's not it. Flay Skin, also not exactly what you want. Because dropping in numbers is just kind of bad, isn't it? We don't have a resurrection scroll. Or do we? Somewhere, maybe? I don't think we do. No, it doesn't look like it. It does not look like it. Where are you, Brackers? How far are you? All the way up here? You coward! Come closer. Is this blocked by Dallis? Oh my god. Ah! Okay, how do I get anywhere then? How do I get anywhere? I can't reach this asshole. Just come down here. Oh no, I don't think we have any resurrection scrolls. Let me quickly check again. Don't think so, no. Nope. And how the hell do we want to reach this guy now? How do we want to reach this guy if he keeps running away like an absolute coward? I guess I'm gonna go here for now. We are looking bad health-wise. Oh, that doesn't do much, does it? Okay. Well, it is some armor back. Oh my god, this guy is an asshole. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna save my action points. Come closer, you coward. Oh, that's a miss. That wasn't. Oh my god, I can't reach this guy. I definitely can't reach this guy. That's way too far away. And I alone don't think I can take Brachus Rex because he has so much magical armor. Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna have to run through a lot of cursed fire. Hate that. Okay. Let's go up here. Oof, even more. I guess I could light him up with this.
I'll yield to none.
I'm just gonna have to wail on him like that. Okay. Let's go here. Come on, beast. You can do it. Oh wow, we are very low on health because of the damn cursed fire. That's suboptimal, to say the least. Okay. I guess you can have something as a healing item. Yeah, some dinner, sure. Consume that. Oh, the Kraken is back? The hell do you mean the Kraken is back? Okay, where's the Kraken? Oh, over here. With your entire vitality back. That's not good. I think we're gonna have to deal with Brachus first, though. That was a good start. Okay. There we go.
Lucian struggles to rise, but the weight of his own pain leaves him to gravity's mercy.
My time is done. But your source burns so bright I'm all but blinded by it. Be wise and true, Godwoken. I am no hero, but wisdom and truth. These are values I always believed in.
Okay.
Dallis groans in pain.
I have failed. The future of all that is rests on your shoulders.
Well then, this is, as they say, it.
Alright.
I never dreamed that after all this, I would be standing here with one of your kind. Let alone that I would be proud to do so. I cannot imagine someone I would trust more with divinity, including myself.
Humbly bow your head, you will do your best.
Fane lays a bony hand on your shoulder, squeezing gently.
Oh, Losa is back. Oh, that's good to see.
Do you know, I believe you will.
This is it. I can hardly believe it.
Alright.
She casts her gaze around the crypt in awe.
After everything we've been through, after everything we've seen, here we are. Here I am. And now that I see godhood before me, I know what I have to do. Chief, you need to ascend.
Okay.
There's no one I would trust with this responsibility but you. I know you'll do what needs to be done, what ought to be done. And I know you'll do it with style.
Tell her you won't fail her. Say you'll do your best and you'll pay special attention to the scourge of demons plaguing the world too. Tell her you'll never forget her. Thank her, tell her you love her. Yeah, sure, let's go with that one.
Her eyes flash and sparkle with tears. She quickly wipes them away and feigns kicking you down a road.
Back at you, Chief. Always. Now go on, shoo. You've got business to attend to.
I was wrong. About power, I mean. I was always kidding myself that I could only help my people if I were free. Lead them by example, you know. The thing is, I can never be free. I've taken their queen from them. So I must choose the dwarven people's liberty in exchange for my own. I know you'll have my back when I return to them, just like I've got yours.
Bow deeply and promise you will choose wisely as befits his people. Tell him you will keep the needs of the Dwarven Kingdom in mind. Shrug non-committally and say you appreciate his vote his vote of confidence. Yeah, I'll go with the first one here.
Beast bows in return. There's no denying the glint in his eye. Whatever the future holds, he is game for it. You think back on your journey here, on all that you have seen and done. You think of the Magisters, and the sorcerers they hunted, and of the good and the evil on both sides. You think of how the Eternals came as Voidwoken to reclaim their stolen world. You look at the source around you. The power is immense. Divinity at your fingertips. You think of what you could do with such power. The rights you'd wrong, the wars you'd win.
Now that the sound is a bit more balanced, I think actually that passage might have been a bit quiet. Sorry about that. Hopefully now the sound is better.
You marvel at your journey and how it has changed you. You think of those you left behind, and of those you met along the way, who stood by you or against you. It's time to choose your fate, and the fate of all you hold dear. What shall it be? Shall you be divine?
Take a deep breath, then claim divinity. Bow your head. If there is to be a new divine, it shall not be you. I mean, it's been leading up to this. I don't really know if I like taking divinity, to be honest. You know what? I'll save and I'll explore the other option first, see where that leads. And I'll reload and then try the other thing.
A cloud of purest black breaks through. The chill of death, then its very visage. The pale skull at the heart of the void. This is the God King himself.
Not one! There is not one who will choose divinity. What fools! They have power within their grasps, but they fail to take it. These races truly are inferior. Victory is mine!
I'm willing to fight you as well, you know?
My people! The world is ours once more. The reign of thieves is at an end. These so-called races will be our slaves and our food stock. For we are the truth. We are the real. We are eternal.
Do we fight you now? No, this is just an ending. Okay, no, then I'll take divinity. I'll take divinity, I think. Even though I don't really like the idea, but I'd rather take divinity than have the God King rise.
And so it ended.
Yeah, no.
A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the God-woken.
Can I not reload now?
The Eternals reclaimed the world.
Yeah, no, that's not what I wanted.
Dwarves, elves,
Okay.
lizards, and humans.
I was
all
ready to fight the
became
guy, but
slaves,
apparently that's not what you're gonna
ruled
do.
over by the
I'm gonna
sword
reload
of
that
the
and...
Eternals. The God King had defeated the Seven and returned from the void. Relics of the old world remained, but in time they crumbled and fell, like the memories of the peoples who had built them. Lost to time like sand in the wind.
Yeah, no, I'm
For
definitely
me,
reloading.
I may have been freed from the Covenant, but the God King never forgot my failure. Each day may be the day that I will be finally punished, that I may finally pay for my sins.
Well, wait. Why are we on this boat now? What the hell? Why are we on this boat now? Oh, is this an epilogue? Yeah, I'm reloading that. I'm becoming divine. Fine. Fine. I never really have aspirations for godhood. That's why I wanted to see if there's another way to solve this whole thing. Apparently there is not. So I guess it is time to actually become divine and do what is necessary. Take a deep breath, then claim divinity.
After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aeteran lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take, or to sacrifice.
Oh?
What you do next decides your own fate, and the future of the world. What shall you do with divinity?
Fulfill your destiny as the Godwoken, become the new divine, give the source back to all the peoples, release divinity into the world. When everyone is divine, no one is divine. Allow yourself and all the world to be purged of its source. Okay, so I don't have to become Godwoken myself. I like the second idea much better. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Unless this also leads to a bad ending, in which case I will reload. Yeah, let's give the source back to all the peoples. Please, God King, don't come out here. I don't want to see your face again. Now what's happening?
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. When the dust settled, no new divine had risen. Instead, all Source was released into the world for all the people and every creature to share. Everyone was now a sorcerer. And united, the peoples of Rivellon pushed back the God King into the very depths of the void. This ushered in a new golden age of peace and prosperity. But alas, it was not to last. With many greedy for wealth, power and position, the struggle soon began anew. Source, the very language of creation, was used in violence once more. The never-ending contest for power continued. As for me, I was freed of the tyranny of the God King. To atone for my sins in this world, I spent the rest of my days taking care of the sick and elderly. I would tell the story of the Godwoken to anyone who would listen. The story of the greatest heroes Rivellon had ever known. The heroes who chose not to close the veil.
Okay, interesting. So... So that also brings about a lot of conflict eventually. You know what? While we're at it, I'll just take a look at the other ending as well, and then I'll choose whichever one I like the most. Out of principle, I like this one, you know, for character decision. I like this one as a character decision more, but like, we'll see. I want to see the last one as well. All right, let's see what happens when we become divine. There we go. I'm still inclined to take the other choice, but ending convinced me to keep this.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. A new divine rose, a true heir to the Seven, more powerful than ever, and united Rivellon in its battle against the Void. All across the realm, she was loved, worshipped, and adored. Humans, lizards, elves, and dwarves all rallied to her banner. The great allegiance stood once more, but the war continued. From the depths of the Void, the God King still sought to return. As for me, I was freed of the God King's terrible tyranny. I avoided an eternity of pain and suffering. Now I fight for the other side. Now, I fight for the divine.
Okay, so in this ending, the God King is still looming, not having given up on his goal yet. I find that more sinister and foreboding than regular humanoid squabbles about Source. So I will stick with my decision to not keep the Source myself. I will give it to everyone. But we've seen the ending to that already, so I'll see you back when I'm on the boat. Okay, there we are. The Source has been shared with the world. I think I like that. I like that as a character choice the most, so we'll see. Oh, the spirit of the Red Prince is here. suppose we can talk to everybody here now?
Well, look what the cat dragged in. A God-woken. But what good is it to be God-woken when Source is now a free-for-all, and there is no divinity to be had? Complaining will get me nowhere, however. Not in this state.
That is true. Okay, I will quickly, out of principle, heal myself. Or I won't, I suppose. That's also okay. Malady.
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here she looks almost angelic.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why stay the obvious? Get an eyeful. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time. I've a lot of planning to do, now that there's not to be a new divinity.
She drums her fingers testily on her crossed arms.
All that work, all that effort, tossed into the gutter like a malformed child.
Tell her the world is better off without an almighty tyrant. Say it sounds like she was only interested in helping you for her own benefit. Tell her that that's a most distasteful comparison. Note that the Lady Vengeance looks as good as new. How did she manage to repair it? I'll go with the first one here.
You say that now. Let's see how you feel when you realize the true implication of a world filled with sorcerers. Never mind. I'll find another way. I always do.
She fingers the mask, covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it, but instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. Sacrificed much. And I'd have given even more to see you fulfill your destiny.
She looks you up and down.
I guess this will have to do. Take a moment, why don't you? Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same.
Ask where she plans to go?
Oh, I don't know. Around and about. Treat myself to some mead, a Loverall 300. I'd say we've earned it. Perhaps our paths will cross again. Perhaps not. Until we find out.
Okay, let's see. Who else is around that we can talk to? Let's first take a look at the... Oh, is that the hatched phoenix egg?
The flaming hatchling bounces and cheeps out of sheer excitement.
Hello there.
Mummy! Mummy! Looky, looky! At me!
Hello, Furno.
It takes you a moment to realize the egg you've been carrying has hatched at long last. The chick trills contentedly and flaps its tiny feathers in recognition of its proud parent. It seems you've got a new mouth to feed.
Looks like it.
Mummy!
Okay, there we go. Let's talk to Han.
I feel weird, like I've got ants crawling in my belly. There is a matter I must attend to, however. My payment for all the stuff I've done for you. That'll be...
He taps his fingers and mouths silently while he counts, until he arrives at an acceptable figure.
1,300,000 dozen and 50 gold pieces. Now pay up.
Laugh and tell him you've got a better idea. Blink, you're not sure that's a real number. Roll your eyes. Who's this kid think he is? I've got a better idea.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Tell him he is a true warrior and you are in need of a bodyguard. Ask him to be your special advisor, your right-hand man. Drop your voice to a whisper. You need him to spy for you. Someone to dig up dirt on your enemies. Or jester option, point out that being an adventurer is no laughing matter. You could really use someone to keep you cheered up. I need a spy.
Han ponders your suggestion for all of a second.
Okay, I love being all sneaky and shh. Well, yeah. But you'd better believe the bill for that will be a doozy.
Sure thing. I think I saw Beast up on the platform here. So let's talk to him, see what he has to say about my choice. There we go.
I've got to admit, I'm all about returning the power to the people, but I never could have seen this one coming.
He seems to be okay with it. Ask if he has any more stories. One for the road. C. Yeah.
He eyes you slyly, but consents to one final tale.
The beast of the sea rose triumphant, guiding his fellow Godwoken from an island prison to a final hurrah. He boarded the Lady Vengeance, now inexplicably whole due to magic a beast could never understand, and returned to his homeland. Then began the process of rebuilding, restoring trust, handing out hope, serving his people. Huh. Guess that one doesn't really end with a bang. But that's alright. You know, it's a work in progress.
Okay, very nice. Was there another option as well? No? Okay. I suppose that the other option would have been essentially the same thing, but not told as a story, but just as his plans. Sir Laura.
Well, well, Quirkers. Look who finally graced us with their presence. I suppose some thanks are in order.
Shake your head, he doesn't have to thank you for anything. Smile and tell him he's welcome. It wasn't easy, but you made it. Say you didn't do it for him. You had your own battles to fight. Ignore the squirrel and walk away. I think Sir Laura might mean that we should thank Sir Laura. I'll go with the first one.
What? No,
yeah.
No, you should be thanking me. I just saved the world from the great acorn. You're welcome, by the way. Honestly, Quirkers, some creatures have no sense of perspective.
Bow and thank the squirrel for his services. Yeah, sure.
A huge grin slowly spreads across the squirrel's small face.
Of course, had you not stopped this God King and his lackeys, there would have been very little left for me to save. So?
The cat moves forward, twisting around your legs and filling the air with the sound of dry, dusty purring.
Ah, Quirkers! Please, have a little decorum.
Laugh and tell Sir Laura they've been through a lot. He should relax. Lean down and scratch the cat under his chin. Let Quirkers trot away from your feet. I'll scratch the cat under his chin.
Quirkers arches his back, almost dislodging Sir Laura, who just smiles.
This battle is won, my friend, but we still have a war to fight. We've undone the Great Acorn, but the Knights of Dre are still out there. They summoned the Great Acorn once. They will be able to summon it again. We have to destroy their order, once and for all. That is the future Quirkers and I have ahead of us. We no longer need a shield, but we are very happy to have a friend.
Smile and thank him. You're looking forward to resting for a little while. Bow to Sir Laura and explain that it's been an honor. If he ever needs your help again, he's welcome to ask. Ruffle Sir Laura's fur, the big softie. Nod to the squirrel and take your leave. You know what? I'll take the second option. I'll not shatter his illusion of grandeur.
The honor is all mine. I pray we will not need to call on you, but I am grateful for the offer. I never thought I would be proud to have befriended a giant, but there is no one Oh, Quirkers! There is no one that we would rather have walked this world with. I do not know what comes next for you, but you will always have a friend in the forest.
That's nice to hear, thank you.
Come, Quirkers. We must... Oh, I think you have something in your eye, my friend.
Sure thing.
The cat curls up and snuggles into his squirrel friend, who quietly sits and sniffs on the deck.
Very cute. Okay, Tarquin?
Source of all, eh? Bold move, I'll grant you that. I didn't think anyone considered the little people anymore.
Ask him what he thinks of the new world that you helped usher into existence.
I don't know yet. Perhaps peace will reign and all will be equal. Or perhaps you've bestowed great power on undeserving children and turned them loose on each other. Time will tell, I'm sure.
What will he do now?
That is the question, isn't it? How does one top the greatest feat of necromancy ever conceived? I might have the answer to that. Tell me, have you ever heard of Gustafsson?
No.
No, of course you wouldn't. It's a written language, unreadable to most, but myself naturally. It comes from a mysterious race from another world. Beings that feed on minds. I intend to seek them out. This Gustafsson seems to guard portals to their realm. And once I've uncovered one, well, why settle for being the greatest mind in just one world when there's another for the taking?
Okay. Beings that feed on minds sound dangerous, though. I think there's a game about that.
A slight grin crosses the spirit's face. Whether her smile is sincere or not, you can't be sure.
Okay. Let's see. Let's do the circle. Thane should be up here. Let's see what he thinks of that. Hello, Thane.
Thane is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He leafs through it slowly, muttering to himself.
I see. Intriguing.
He glances up at you, big, empty eye sockets taking in every detail.
Well, well, there you are. Another fine specimen of your kind. A little leaner than when we first met, and a little less divine than you'd hoped, I imagine.
Not wistfully. It would have been nice to be a god. Shrug, these things happen. Smile, actually, you're pretty happy you're not divine. You have a different life to lead. Maybe, but now that everyone is a little divine, it seems less important. I'll go with the fourth one.
Yes, indeed. All of my people's source, spread across the mortal races.
Thane looks back down to the book, a bony finger running across the embossed leather cover.
It could have been different, you know? I could have saved them. I could have found a way.
Ask Thane how he feels about his people after everything that's happened.
I could have done more. So, perhaps could they? Had they decided to live in peace with the mortals of Rivellon, maybe we could have saved them. But they made their choices, and I made mine.
Tell Thane that you're sorry. You can't imagine what he's going through.
No, I imagine you can't. I imagine no one can. But the cards were dealt, and my people got snake eyes. Or something. I never took the time to learn how the average Rivellonian entertained themselves.
Yeah, snake eyes, of course. Not cards, but
then again,
that's fine.
You are no average Rivellonian. Not after this. So, what do you think you'll do now that we live in a world of minute divines?
You're planning on taking a nice long break. You want some peace. You're going to carry on the adventure, of course. You're pretty good at this. You're going to keep the peace. The races of this world are more powerful than ever. Things will be tense. I don't know how many peacekeeping capabilities we have. But sure, we can try.
Thane nods grimly.
Power in the hands of madmen is dangerous. But power in the hands of well-meaning fools? Empires have crumbled over less.
Say that at least now he'll have time to catch up on his reading. Wonder if he'd like to see more of the world. Ask Thane if he'd be interested in a little more adventure. Wonder if he'd... would you be interested in a little more adventure?
The skeleton hefts Hubert's dog-eared encyclopedia, its weight heavy in his hands.
I've been rereading this book, looking over your history once again, poring over every detail with a new perspective, and do you know what? It's shit.
Thane tosses the book over his shoulder. It flutters in the air as it sails over the ship's railing and disappears with a faint splash.
If you have spent your life staring at a thing, you can write about it with knowledge. You can write about it with love. but it is almost impossible to write about it with wonder. You creatures have spent your lives trudging about this world, and you've grown blind to its miracles.
Look at him quizzically. What does he mean? Huh? You suppose he's right? You're not so sure? You think you can see the world with just as much wonder as he can? I'll go with the second one.
Take otters, for example. Energetic, waterproof cats, utterly beautiful creatures.
I agree.
Or octopuses. Did you know they're secretly octopuses? Octopi? Octopods? I shall have to look that up. Regardless, the world is filled with absolutely incredible sights. And who better to catalogue them with the awe they deserve than someone seeing them for the first time?
Say you can't imagine anyone better for the job.
Do you know, there is the idea that nothing is ever truly created or destroyed. I suppose we are all Source, just in different forms. You being the cruder, less jewel-encrusted form, naturally.
Of course.
But my people were Source too, although we didn't know it at the time. And our Source helped create you. In a way, I was walking alongside the best version of them the entire time.
Oh, that's nice.
In you, I found a home better than the one I was pining for. Thank you, Godwoken.
You're welcome, and thank you as well. Okay, I think I'll talk to Losa now, before we go into the lower decks. Can I please just come down here? Ifan must be in the lower decks, I suppose, and maybe some other people as well.
Hey there, Chief.
Hello, Losa.
So, a world full of sorcerers. What do you make of it?
Say it ought to even the playing field considerably. Tell her you're just glad to have survived this entire ordeal. The realm will cope with these changes as it must. Say you predict chaos, utter chaos. It should even the playing field considerably.
I suppose that's a death sentence for Fort Joy. What a terrible shame.
Yeah, I'll cry about it.
Though I guess it wasn't all bad. I met you after all. And look at everything we've done.
Ask her how it feels to be free once and for all of all that haunted her. Ask her what she'll do now. I'll go with the first one first.
I don't know if anyone's free of anything, once and for all. But I'm bloody thrilled to be here now. Just me, myself, and you, of course.
Ask her what she'll do now.
Get loot, play loot, get glad.
I like that.
So, Chief, I guess this is it, right?
Say you guess so, but you won't forget her, not ever. Say you guess so. Tell her to stay out of trouble. I mean, we can still travel together. I'll go with the first one, I guess.
Well, I mean, you can always come with me.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's an option. If you want. Maybe? I still love you.
As she turns from you, the whites of her eyes darken, the veins in her face go grey, and a wicked smile curls her mouth. Suddenly it's gone again. She winks, and you're left wondering whether you saw anything at all.
See you around.
Okay. Wasn't there another option as well?
Sings to herself,
okay,
a small
no.
smile about her lips.
Yeah, I guess I'll come with you. I'll consider that as canonical. Let's go to the lower decks, see who else is...
There's nothing interesting down there. The future lies above, not below.
Oh, so is Ifan's ghost just gone? Or is he... No, he's not up there somewhere? I guess Ifan isn't here. Well, that's a shame. But that's okay. Now how do we... Do we just activate the ship again? I guess we do.
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again.
Remark that it is good to see her. The Lady Vengeance has been a dependable ally. Say you're just glad to see all the trouble behind you rather than in front of you. Shake your head. How can this be? She was dashed upon the mountainside. Take your leave. There are still loose ends to take care of. Good to see you.
I will always be an ally to those that carry Source. to those whose blood is of the heroes of old. And so, as always, I am at the ready.
Not silently, it's time to depart. Ask how it's possible she is here and unharmed. Say you still have things to attend to. I'll ask how it's possible.
Consider me to be a gift from Malady. My wood was splintered, but my spirit intact. It was a great feat, but given her skill, not a surprising one. I feel better than new.
Okay, it's time to depart.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. You speak the command to the Lady Vengeance, and another chapter begins.
All right.
The world was at peace, at least for now. With its significance as the seat of divinity diminished, Arx fell into decline, and within 7 generations had emptied. Few were as prepared for the new world as the lizardkin of the ancient empire. With power spread equally throughout the world, the advantage lay with those who knew how to steal it, and at this the lizards excelled. The dwarven Godwoken returned to the kingdom and assumed the dead queen's throne. The new king ruled with grace and integrity. With their power returned, the elves reclaimed their lands from the death fog and began to rebuild. Soon they would split as 2 factions sought power, one to bring back the trees, the other to bring back the scions. A dwarven joke did the rounds. It ends with the punchline, "So Lucian dropped the death fog on them again." And in a dark forest on the far side of a desert, well beyond the high seas, the Black Ring came together once more. The island of Fort Joy, the old redoute of the Source King Brachus Rex, was turned over to the people of Driftwood to use as they wished. They turned it into a holiday resort. Reaper's Coast prospered. The fisheries returned, and the fertile farmlands produced the greatest harvests the surviving farmers had ever seen. Blood Moon Island became particularly fecund, its soil producing the greatest crops. A particularly crimson-fleshed orange grown on the island became a delicacy across half the world.
Well, let's hope it's okay to eat.
The black pits took fire. The oil there burns still.
Well, that's less good.
Driftwood became a centre of industry, trade, and transport. Lohar the dwarf became mayor. His time in office was cut short by an unfortunate wound that spontaneously appeared on his neck.
Oh.
Lagan left his over-demanding wife and began a relationship with a local bard. In the spirit of loving generosity, he returned the ring to his now ex-wife. In a fit of rage, she threw it into the sea. You would never forget Dorothea's kiss. Dorothea herself left Driftwood for the ancient empire, ever in search of the perfect kiss. She never found it, although once or twice she came close. The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. none of the captains could articulate why. Millennia later, adventurers would come in search of the legendary divine city of Arx and the crypt of the great Lucian. None would pass the path of blood. Young Han went into the theatre and became one of the realm's most popular actors.
Good for him.
With no new divine, Malady found herself in a predicament. She had an important problem to solve, but no ally strong enough to call upon, and so her search continued. Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again. With the source released to the world, Ahu the wizard spent more and more time as a cat. One day he decided he would not change back.
Fair enough, honestly.
With Amadia silent, the priestess Gratiana left the swamps and re-entered the world. With more undead than ever before, she founded an abbey in the Dragonspine Mountains, offering them shelter from hatred and fear. As the forests grew anew and the elves were equals at last, Sahala shared elven knowledge of source with the world. But some elves disagreed and plotted against her. Chief amongst her opponents was Tova, Sahala's own mother. The Beast of the Sea returned to the Dwarven Kingdom, this time as a lawmaker. After a very public blunder, Marcus eschewed political power and returned to the sea. The Beast and the Lady Vengeance sail on. As Source flooded Rivellon, Fane set out to record everything he could of this new world. As he travelled, he kept a socket peeled for signs of the Eternals, hoping to find the wife he'd lost. He's still looking. Lohse returned to her music and enjoyed a storied career as Rivellon's premier musician. Dark moods would at times overtake her, and she would spend long hours walking in the wilds. She always returned with a new song. And then there was you. You returned to the world a sorcerer among many. Your future was yours to decide. Did you accept your new status with humility? Only you know the truth. Only you know if you atone for your sins.
Okay. So, only I know what happens with my character afterwards, so I'm gonna keep it canonical that I'm just hanging around with Lohse, I guess. That would make the most sense. Alright. And with that, the game is finished, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. The characters, the story and all that. I know I've had my qualms with the combat and like some small other things, but those qualms were outweighed by everything else quite handily. So yeah, I really like that. Overall, I still think I prefer Baldur's Gate 3 over this, but they're both excellent games, so like, I think it's just a matter of preference, really. I don't know if I'm gonna play the first Divinity Original Sin. I might, but probably not particularly soon. We'll see. I might. I'm not sure yet. Can't guarantee that, but yeah, this was great. And yeah, most of all, I'm curious to see what Larian does next because so far, I mean, I've only played 2 of their games, but that's a pretty good track record there. Yeah. So I'm gonna say thank you very much for watching. Maybe I'll see you in another series. Maybe not. That's fine too. But until then, goodbye.